Ugh, my stomach hurts. I ate like a whole box of Cheez-Its. Never give me Cheez-Its. I will eat the entire thing. Happy week 3, 2.5. What's today's date? Of NaNoWriMo. Why am I not 100% zesty, you ask? Because I am so far behind. But that's okay, because today I sat down with my planner and I came up with a catch-up plan, which starts with writing 2,000 words tonight. Mostly every single weekday night is going to be 2,000 to 3,000 words, depending on if I have class or it's a holiday or whatever. And on the weekends, the goal is to do like 5,000 words. So all of that is doable, but it means I'll be pretty much breathing writing until the end of November, which is nerve-wracking. I have those nerves, like I have that I almost don't want to start writing because I don't want it to be bad feeling, which is so stupid. Like, you think that you get over that feeling, but you just don't. Today in class, I was, everyone was going around talking about other people's works, and all I could think is, I feel so creative in this classroom. Like, just hearing other teachers or other students just talking to each other and, like, scribbling down notes. It's like, I just want to try, like, ambiance. I guess people do like coffee shop sounds, and I feel like I would really like that. Oh my gosh, I'm tired, but I can't go to sleep because I have to write. But if I sprint it, if I do work quickly, I think I can do 2,000 before midnight, and that would be awesome. Awesome possum. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. Do people still say that anymore? I have no idea. Zach has a new mouth guard. We have an interrupter. Fiance's the interrupter of writing since the dawn of time. But also my motivation and inspiration.
Since the dawn of time?
Since the dawn of time. And my biggest bully. Since the dawn of time.
Not true.
Are you wearing your mouth guard?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like you have no teeth at all. Is this our future? Is this you as an old man?
Why would I not have teeth as an old man?
They're all gonna fall out.
No, I have nice teeth. Stop. Not one of them retainers, because I feel embarrassed. I'm talking about me.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Okay, I'm just gonna work on some more writing. Okay, so I'm not done writing for the night, but I was just coming out for a bathroom break and I wanted to talk to you guys before I close my video for tonight. But writing is going really well tonight. I feel like because of my classes and because of reading so much work the last couple months, like I've read a lot, I have definitely become a better writer. I find naturally I'm inclined to pretty much just do dialogue, a very simple description, but as I'm writing it, I'm like, no, Haley, slow down, write well, and take a breath and write slowly, instead of just sprinting along and trying to get all the words down, which is fine, like if you are having sort of a blockage, but I think I'm finding the joy in taking my time and thinking of it as more of an art again, and enjoying what I'm writing and reaching for words that are the best describers that I can use in the sentence, and writing really graceful sentences. Anyway, I have to go to the bathroom. I just wanted to say goodnight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello guys, so it is now the 14th. Tomorrow is the official halfway point. I'm trying not to freak out. Plenty of people finish in 2 weeks, right? I was able to do some writing last night. I didn't write as much as I wanted. I wanted to hit 2,000 words and I only hit, I think it was 1,400 maybe, which sucked. But I felt really good about those 1,400. I feel like they're actually words that I like and I'm happy with, and that I will be able to just fine tune hopefully when it comes to final edits. So that's good. Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick check-in. I'm going to go do some more writing in bed. I seem to work really well there right now, and I didn't want to film in there because Zach is sleeping. So I wish I had been this in the zone on November 1st, but I wasn't. You know, I was actually home November 1st. I don't know why I didn't write then. I don't know. Has anyone else gotten a really slow start to this month? But I'm still really optimistic. Next Tuesday, so in 6 days, I have to turn in 20 pages to my fellow classmates, and I think that's like 5,000 words. I'll have to check. I forget how many words 20 pages is when you double space. Even though obviously I'll have that much to turn in, those have to be a good 5,000. I have to make sure my makeup looks okay because it drives me absolutely bonkers when I'm editing and I can see like a little smudge of makeup somewhere and there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, so lots to do these next 2 weeks, but I'm excited. I just want to get in like writing zone. But it's hard with Thanksgiving and with the next Fantastic Beasts movie coming out, because we just watched the first one to prepare for tomorrow. We're watching the second one, and you've got family, because everyone knows Thanksgiving is not just Thursday. No, when you have family that lives away, you have to like go for the whole weekend. So we are leaving Wednesday evening, and I think we're not coming back until Saturday evening. So like that weekend is gonna be like truncated basically to just Saturday night and Sunday. And my plan is to write 5,000 words both those days. Fun. That's okay. You can do it. People have done 10,000 word days before. I can do 2 5,000s in a row. I can do it. And if you are behind like me, if you are dragging along at the end, I try to think of a fun metaphor for it, but I can't right now. I'm too tired. Don't worry, because we're there for each other. And we're not stopping. We're not giving up. We're not one of those people. Not that it's, you know, if you do feel like you have to stop, and I don't like the word give up, but if you have to take a break, that's fine. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep going. Shush. Alright, fingers crossed for a good night tonight. Happy first snow day. Hey guys, it's Haley's bedroom confessions. No, I just always have to come in here on Mondays because Zach has class. So today is, I think, November 18th. I don't even know anymore. It's Monday. Another week. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks left in NaNoWriMo. Thanksgiving's in a few days. Oh God. And I have a confession. There is no way I'm winning NaNoWriMo. No way. Unless I like take off a week of sick time at work. Actually, that's an idea. No. No, but there is absolutely no way that I am winning this year. Just like I didn't win last year. Didn't win the year before. Am I a broken record? But I wanted to talk about it and kind of say something very anti-NaNoWriMo. Not really anti, because I will always love NaNoWriMo. However, the last time I sat down to write, actually today, I wrote 2 paragraphs. Probably like 200 words, I don't even know. But, and it feels weird saying this because I am used to being very self-deprecating, but I thought they were really, really good. Phenomenal. No, I did. I thought they were phenomenal. Oh, that's so weird to say. Oh my God, I can't even say it. But I thought they were really great because I've spent so long thinking about my story this month and last month and figuring out all the final details. And I've talked about this so much, but it's just because my story is in my mind constantly with the classes that I'm taking and revising. And because I've been taking classes, I have been able to read other people's writing so much. Really, since the start of summer, I couldn't even tell you how many pages I read every week. It's gotten to the point I've lost track. So not only, like I said, do we have to critique our fellow writers' work every week, so like 100, now I'm doing like 4 or 5 a week in one class and then 2 in the other, so like 20 pages a week. I don't, you do the math. It is a lot of reading and critiquing and editing. And then alongside that, we are reading for class, we're reading books for class, and in my own writing. So my whole, like, creative world is centered around writing and creating right now, which is just amazing. And because of that, I have found my writing has improved exponentially. I mean, I never thought I was a bad writer before. I mean, I certainly have bad writing times, especially with first drafting. For those of you participating in NaNoWriMo, you know how fast drafting goes. Your writing is literal garbage sometimes. But I found that the more I've been critiquing others and reading other people's work and really critically writing my own to be graded and revising my own, my garbage heap has gotten smaller and smaller. And so I realized as I was writing my couple paragraphs that I did that were good, I realized the true beauty of slow drafting. Now, I feel like awkward saying this during NaNoWriMo that I'm clearly failing, because it sounds just like an excuse and I'm just, you know, towards the end being like, oh, I didn't want to do it anyway. But I had forgotten, with drafting, doing my first draft and trying to get it done after so many years, I had forgotten the art of writing and the beauty of taking my time, and honestly, the creativity behind it and the creative outlet it can be. I mean, so the paragraph I was writing, I was trying to describe one of my characters using the crystal skull's powers. And before, in my first draft, I would just kind of superficially describe it like, oh, the skull glowed and then it happened and blah blah blah, and then I would just move the plot forward because I was, you know, fast drafting, gotta get it done, gotta get the word count in. But with this today, I closed my eyes and I really just pictured the scene in front of me, and I let go of the pressure to get all the words down, and I just put myself there. I let go of the guilt and I put myself there. And I think that just really opened the door to just writing beautifully again. You know, I write to my friends. I write a lot of letters. I have an author's journal, hence the title of this series. That's what inspired it. But I have my own author's journal I do. And when I write those, when I write my letters, when I write my author's journal entries, I never struggle for the words. Part of that is because it's nonfiction, so the story's already in me. But part of that is because there's not this immense pressure. And I'm not talking about the pressure of wanting my story to be good, and so I am careful what I say. I'm just talking about the pressure of writing in general. So with all of that said, before I finish the thought on that, I do want to say I really do value NaNoWriMo. If it wasn't for NaNoWriMo and Camp NaNoWriMo, I never would have finished my book. I think NaNoWriMo is fantastic at inspiring people who perhaps have always been afraid to just go for it, or helping people who struggle to get the words on the page because they're afraid they're going to be bad, and to just say, yep, it's going to be bad, now do it. I think it's great for that. And like I said, that's what helped me, really sparked me to actually finish my book. And when I did finish my book, even though my first draft, most of it's terrible and it has to be rewritten, but I can say I wrote a book, and I have that, and no one can take that from me. Even if the book got deleted, you know, that, oh, what a nightmare. No one can take away from me the fact that I know I can write a book. So carrying that with me, it turned me from having this crazy dream to me now having a goal. And I feel like that's the difference between a dream and a goal. A dream is something you hope for, a goal is something you're working towards. And I mean, I like to use the word dream anyway, because I always want to go for my dreams, but that's what NaNoWriMo did for me. And so I can never speak badly about it for that reason. But at the same time, and for some reason I felt it a lot this month. I think maybe with some of the pep talks they've been sending, I don't know, but a lot of people feel so bad when they're behind, and they feel like they're failing, and they feel like if they have bad days, what's even the point? They can't catch up at this point. I'm in a NaNoWriMo group on Facebook, and someone actually said like, oh my god, I'm only at 15,000 words. Should I just give up for the month? And most people in the comments were like, oh my god, no, the point is to just write every day. But I feel like people forget that, and they forget to remind themselves of that. I don't even want to tell you my word count. No, I will, because it's so bad. But my word count, I think, is probably like 1,800 at this point. No, you didn't mishear that. Not 18,000. I didn't misspeak. 1,800 is how many new words I have written. Now, I've done a lot of revising, but it's hard to track revising. I knew this going into it, but 1,800 new words. But, and I don't want to sound conceited, those are darn good 1,800 words, and I'm confident that those 1,800 words are going to be my final draft, because with revising, I've just been writing consciously, and the words that I'm putting on the page are words that I want there and that mean something, instead of just running with it to get and sprinting to get the story done. And like I said, I understand the value of that. I do. That is how I finished my first book. However, I've realized for me, it's not going to be how I revise my book. It doesn't work for me revising. And I think that could be a whole video in itself about talking about how, you know, your weaknesses, you shouldn't fight against them, you should work with them in order to make them strengths. You know, I am not somebody who works well with guilt. Like, guilt is not a motivator for me. And so instead of allowing myself to feel guilty for not being done in NaNoWriMo, I am reframing it for myself. I'm just starting to ramble now, but I hope some of what I said makes sense. Essentially, if you are like me, and you are so far behind, and you are not going to win NaNoWriMo, use this opportunity to just take a breath and fall into your love of the creativity of writing again. Whether that means writing every day, maybe it doesn't mean writing every day, maybe it means writing only on the weekends. If you're not somebody who responds to guilt and pressure, stop allowing yourself to feel guilty and pressured. And maybe that's horrible advice. Maybe I'm gonna look back on this video 3 books down the road and be like, oh my god, Haley, what were you thinking? Of course you need to feel pressure. This is life. This is work. I don't have all the answers, and I realize that's okay. Like, I think that's something that makes this job really exciting, because I'm still learning and growing, and I feel like I'm never going to get tired of this. I have a feeling the way I've written this book is not how I'm going to be writing my next book. I've always wanted to try pantsing, and so maybe I'll try a whole book pantsing. Maybe I'll find out, you know what, it's not for me, I need to outline. I don't know, I'm going to figure it out. So hopefully you guys will be along for that journey. And if you are somebody that responds well to guilt and pressure, that is perfectly fine, you know? Figure that out about yourself. Surround yourself in that. If that's what feels good, if that's what motivates you, that's amazing, that's great. But I'm never going to be that kind of channel. I'm just going to put that out there right now. I guess I can never say never, but the way I feel right now, I'm never going to be that. And I can recommend you some great channels that are more goal, you know, you have to meet this deadline, you need to set yourself goals every single day and achieve those goals. You know, Jenna Moresi is a great Get 'em channel. Kristen Martin. I don't know, there's a lot of channels that are goal oriented like that. And yes, I have goals, but I'm very gentle with myself and kind with myself, because I realize I have to be. In order to be creative, I have to be. It's when I start to feel guilty and pressured, I freeze up. There's a reason I haven't turned on this camera in a few days. I have started to feel immensely guilty for being so far behind, and for calling myself an author tuber and saying that I'm going to be a NaNoWriMo participant and failing so miserably. And I allowed myself to feel guilty, but then I realized when I was writing today, I'm like, why should I feel guilty? I am a writer. I am writing good work, you know, I guess, in my opinion, but I feel like I do have something valuable to share, and it is different, and it's something that I guess wouldn't work for everyone, and not everyone is okay with being that forgiving of yourself, but that's just what I need right now. I think I needed to sprint in the beginning to finish my first draft, and now I'm going for more of the marathon. And maybe my next book will be different. Maybe I will write it more slowly and don't need to revise as much. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I'm figuring it out. Will my book still be final drafted by the end of the year? I don't know. And I feel horrible saying that, not just because I don't want to let you guys down, but because I don't want to, like, I want this so bad for myself to be done. To be honest, at this point, I still kind of feel like yes. I know that's crazy, but it's hard for me to explain to you guys, and I feel like I'm just making up an excuse, or it sounds like an excuse, but I really feel like I understand my book so well now that when I do write, like I said, when I write, even the little amount that I do, it's good. It's solid. It's what my book is going to be. That's how strongly I feel about it anyway. Obviously, if I send it to an agent or an editor and they're like, let's change this part, then fine. But it's not like when I was first drafting and I was like, oh, this is garbage, I'm gonna have to change this, but it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna keep going. This feels different. It feels like, yes, like, I feel like I'm really moving forward and cementing my story. Whereas, like, you know, with drafting, it's like, oh, you're writing it in pencil, but now I feel like I'm going back over it in pen, if that makes sense. Is it slow work? You betcha. I still am reworking a lot that had to be changed because the first few chapters of my draft itself, my first draft, were so garbage, and the last half of my book was actually, like, it needs a lot of filler put in and more descriptions put in, but I think a lot of it is good and will stay that way. So I think it's going to be one of those where it's like slow to build up, slow to cement, and then it's just going to sprint. Like, I'm just going to be like, okay, this whole chapter, I just need to go over it, and now it's good. So I still feel kind of like, yeah, I think it's going to be in a really good place at the end of the year. And like I said, I'm doing my query letter as one of my final projects, and I'm going to share that with you guys, just because I know I really wanted that type of video and I never could find it. So sorry, I'm like losing my voice and I'm tired. I think I'm getting sick. But I just felt the need to come on and say that and to address my epic fail in NaNoWriMo. I don't think I will ever revise during NaNoWriMo again, just because it does not work for me. I think drafting is the only really good way to do NaNoWriMo, because with revising, I feel like you need to take your time. Anyway, I have to go add softener to my laundry. I have so much work to do tonight. As you guys know, by the time you're watching this, I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks. I really need to fix my banner where it says I put out 2 videos every week. I do not. My battery died. That's my life. My camera's way of saying, stop talking, please. I've been watching Parks and Rec, can you tell? Yes. But yeah, last week, did not upload my cruise video just because, oh my god, there's so many clips, and I had to have a bunch of people send me clips because they took some of the videos. Just a mess. Excuse, am I right? That's my middle name. Anyway, I'm gonna end this author's journal here because I blabbered for a long time, and I'm trying to make it so my videos are maybe like half an hour max, just because 45 minutes to an hour seems to be a little bit on the long end. I'm sorry. Book I am reading. What am I reading? I just finished The Absolutely True Story of a Part-Time Indian. I feel weird recommending it just because there has been some controversy about the author that came out recently. Sherman Alexie. He was accused by multiple women for sexual harassment, and he came out and said it is true. So I guess it's good he didn't deny it. That's kind of refreshing. But anyway, the book is really good. He wrote it quite a while ago, and it's fictional, but it's based on his life growing up. And it was a really fun, also sad, but filled with a lot of good lesson young adult read. And I felt it was very timely with being close to Thanksgiving. And he, in the book, talks about Thanksgiving, right? Does he? Maybe I'm just making that up. I don't even know. I don't remember. I'm such a good book reviewer. I should be a professional. I guess that's gonna be it for now. Wow, tonight. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I don't remember. I don't remember at all. Okay, well, I hope that you guys are having wonderful and productive writing lives, whatever that means to you. If it means doing 100 words a day, if it means writing 2,000 words over the weekend, I don't know. I hope it feels good, and I hope that some of what I said maybe inspired you to be a little bit more forgiving with yourself and gentle with yourself. It's my opinion that a guilty writer does not a good writer make. Unless you're writing a book where your character feels guilty, in which case you should feel horrible about your failures in life. I'm trying to, you know, put you in the mood. Sorry, I feel bad saying that. Don't feel horrible. I can't even say that. Don't be mean. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Oh, and because so many of you responded to my what not to do when you're a critique partner video, the woman submitted her second round for revisions, and it was double the length it was supposed to be. We're supposed to turn in 15 to 20 pages max. She turned in 36 pages, and I just couldn't do it. She's trying to kill me. I swear she's out to get me. Send help. Okay. I can't lie here too long because I might actually fall asleep. Now I'm stalling. Goodbye. 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 Don't look at my teeth too close. And I totally forgot to mention, it was Zach and I's anniversary, and he got me these flowers. Don't look at my laundry. I'm losing control of my life.